Starting with hip circles, cross the left leg in front of the right, reaching the hands in front of you as far as you can reach. This should feel good, warming up through the hips. Good, now take it the other way. Center yourself up and reach forward toward the floor and ease back. Forward, finding your range, and back. When you find that spot, that tight spot in the hips, hold that and breathe. Good. Bring yourself up and side stretch over to your left, pressing down into the right hip as you reach that right hand. Now bring yourself up and extend the left leg out straight, flexing the foot and reaching forward as you feel the hamstring stretch. Bring yourself up, lift your right knee, and take the side of your left foot on top of the thigh. Hands behind you to support your back. Shift your weight side to side, working through the tight spots of the left hip. Once you find that spot you'd like to stretch, lean into that and breathe. Now lower your right knee to the right, shifting your weight over toward the left. Lift up through the spine, take a big inhale, and twist, hugging that leg toward your chest. Now unwind and let's repeat everything on the other side. Taking your right leg in front, knees out to the side, and circle forward, reaching as far as you comfortably can. Now go the other way. Big circles reaching as far as you can. Center yourself up, reaching forward toward the floor, forward and back until you find your range. Once you find your range, take a deep breath and stretch. Bring yourself back up and stretch over to the right, pressing down into the left hip and reaching with the left hand. Center yourself up, lift your left knee and place the side of the right foot on top of the thigh, hands behind to support you. Take those legs side to side. When you find that tight spot in the hip, lean into it, taking deep breaths. Drop the left knee to the left and take the right foot crossing over the thigh. Lift up through the spine, hugging that right leg to your chest and twisting. Make sure you don't hold your breath and stay lifted. Extend that right leg out to the side, flexing the toes back toward you and reaching forward for a hamstring stretch. Bring the soles of your feet together, grabbing the ankles or cupping underneath the feet. Bring your chest forward, keeping it lifted, pressing the knees toward the floor, and feeling the inner thigh stretch. Sitting in a comfortable position, bring the elbows together in front of the chest. Drop your chin toward your chest. Gently put pressure on the back of the head and feel the stretch in the back of the neck. Remember to breathe. Release the stretch and reach the right fingertips away from your body, dropping the right shoulder. Place gentle pressure on the side of your head and stretch the side of the neck. Release the stretch and switch sides, depressing the shoulder away from the ear. Feel the stretch on the side of the neck. Release the stretch and move into a tabletop position, hands and knees. Turn your fingertips toward you and move back and forth with your body weight, feeling the stretch in the wrists. Now turn your fingertips forward and move forward and back, lifting through the shoulder, finding the stretch in the wrist, forearms. Center up your weight and round and release through the spine. You can go to neutral spine or an arched, whatever feels best for you. Now walk your hands forward until you're in a modified plank position with the hips forward. Shift your weight back into child's pose and forward, dropping the hips and lifting through the chest. Again, center up your weight so the knees are directly under the hips. Now reaching your left arm through and up, rotating through the spine. Center up and change directions, reaching that right hand through and up. center up and walk yourself back to a kneeling position at the back of the mat. Take a big step with the left foot so that the knee is right over the heel. Shift back into a hamstring stretch and forward into a runner's lunge, feeling the stretch in that right hip flexor and quadricep. Now staying forward into the runner's lunge, pressing the hips forward, tightening through the glute. Lean back, adding the arms extended if that feels good to you. Bring the arms down and shift forward into that runner's lunge, extending the back heel. You can hold this stretch in the calf or move forward and backward into a calf stretch in and out. Now shift your weight back and switch so that the right leg is now your forward leg. Make sure the knee lines up over the heel, shifting your weight back into a hamstring stretch and forward into a hip flexor stretch. Now shift your weight forward into the hip flexor stretch. Lean back and add the arms extended if that feels good to you. Drop the arms down to the floor and shift your weight back into the runner's lunge, extending through the calf, heel toward the floor, pointing and flexing or holding the calf stretch. Now drop the back knee, bring yourself down into a seated position, right leg straight and left foot crosses over the thigh. Again, lifting through the spine, turning yourself toward that left knee. Take a big deep breath and exhale as you twist. Uncross the leg and take the legs out to the side into a straddle stretch. Keeping your chest lifted, reaching for the floor as far forward as you can. lowering onto the elbows or as far as you comfortably can. Bring the legs together, keeping the left leg straight and crossing the right foot on the other side of the thigh. Lift up through the spine, hugging the knee toward your chest. Inhale and twist. Uncross the legs, bringing both knees up, feet down. Walk your hands behind you, fingertips facing either way. Squeezing the shoulder blades together, lift through the chest. Looking up to the ceiling without letting your head fall back. Feel the stretch across the front of the shoulders and the chest. You did an amazing job. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this stretch. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time.